Now, now, now.
Your ass better call somebody.
Now, now, now.
All right. We gotta thank DUI for that intro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That was dope. It's still every time it puts a smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Lee. So,
Same.
well, as I am with my introductions, he is the reigning, defending, disputed.
No,
Disputed.
undisputed.
Disputed. No,
Undisputed. There is no dispute. There is zero dispute.
Currently
Doubts.
disputing.
Doubts.
Listen,
What
I don't know.
dispute? No controversy.
Listen,
There's no
I'm
controversy
Santos.
here.
I'm Santos. You Jordan right now. That's what's up.
Nah, B. Nah,
Yeah,
B.
bro. Yeah, bro.
No,
There's a
B.
little.
Santos won his.
Jordan never
Santos
lost
won
it.
his. Right,
Jordan
but
never
Santos
lost
still
it.
won. But Santos still won it. You did lose it to me, and then
Okay.
I didn't lose it. I don't understand.
Okay.
Where's the
Okay.
controversy?
Okay. The
We
controversy
tied.
is
A draw. The rules of wrestling. A draw. The title remains with the champion.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
a
don't
fact.
know. That is
Check
a fact.
any
That
last man
that
standing match where they both get counted down for a 10. The title goes back to the champion.
Yeah,
Undisputed, baby.
This was kind of like a last man standing match where they count to 9, stop all of a sudden, and the referee gets pulled into the bar.
There was nothing like that. I sent nobody over there. It's a lockdown, and you know it.
Well, either way, as it is, we are coming close to the road to WrestleMania, where
Undisputed.
everything is definitely at a higher octane. So, yeah, no, okay. If we're going by last man standing rules and all of that, okay.
And every other rule.
Yeah. Oh man. I can't even say you were tapping while the ref was out.
Nope.
It was just they didn't see the finisher. They just didn't see the finisher in time, I guess. It was a kick out.
It was like my opinion did a run-in on your opinion because it changed your idea of Daniel winning the main event, and because of that, we tied.
Yeah. That was what it was.
You got rolled up in a schoolboy, son.
And there was the fact that the Strowman match was not announced on Wikipedia when we were doing our predictions as well.
It wasn't even announced by anybody.
Yeah, so like it is a gimme when it comes to Strowman, but like at the same time,
we knew what that was going to be.
Yeah, at the same time,
we both that would have just kept it a tie.
A margin for error. There's still a margin for error. You never know.
No. Undisputed.
Yeah,
Top guy.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. So, oh man, geez, it has been one serious week for wrestling for sure.
Yes.
It has been one hell of a week for wrestling. This week we are going to have NXT Stand and Deliver. We're also going to have the take-home shows for Raw and SmackDown. Stand and Deliver, I'm sorry, like right now, WrestleMania has to compete with Stand and Deliver.
That's how it is whenever there's a NXT event before a main roster event. NXT killed it every single time. Every takeover is better than its corresponding, almost.
I think that they have side bets behind the scenes to see who's going to get better ratings.
Probably.
I mean, the way it is, there's just way too much that can happen.
Yeah. And well, we know where our money would be every time.
Yeah, definitely.
Son, NXT's going to blow you out of the water every time.
Io versus Raquel? I'm not even that big on Raquel. It's more Io. And the fact that I think that Raquel would give her a good platform.
Yeah.
Like a good, exactly, a good base to work with. Like a strong, like she's a strong feminine presence.
She's a good base.
I want to say like a like she's the closest thing to China that has been out there in a minute.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
I love Raquel. I think she's awesome. I think she's exactly what she should be. I think she's femme diesel.
Femme Diesel.
Yeah. In the same way in like Mass Effect, there's male Shep and femme Shep. She's
Yeah.
femme diesel, and Kevin
Yeah.
Nash is male diesel.
Yeah.
But because she's awesome, like she
Yeah.
is just exactly what she should be there for. Big boots, big chick moves,
Yeah.
and she carries it all very well. And she's a star. Like she's a star presence.
They don't do her right in her promo pic though. Her promo pic,
No, not yet.
her,
They
her promo pic's a
they're
little
gonna have
jacked.
to get a good one though. Yeah.
And like how okay, maybe the back muscle's supposed to be the intimidation on the entrance. Can we talk
She's
about
shredded.
Can we talk about Dakota Kai? What is that? Is that a crossbow or some shit? Is that what she's doing? Is that like
Dakota
is
Kai sucks.
she cleaning a didgeridoo? I don't understand.
I'm not I haven't been a fan of Dakota Kai since she came back from that first injury right before she went heel. And then she went heel and I was like, maybe this will work, and it didn't work because she was just copying Bailey again. But like, yeah, I don't get her promos. I don't understand a lot of the Dakota Kai stuff. She kind of had a moment that I really liked in what was it, when her and Raquel faced off with Shayna and Nia.
Okay.
And they were kind of making them the badass faces to Nia and Shayna's heels, but then they didn't really go anywhere with that, and they created the NXT tag team titles, and then they lost those to
Right
Shotzi
away.
and Ember right away.
Right away.
Very odd. It was very odd. I think it was because they didn't want Shotzi and Ember's reign to start with them being gifted a title, so they had to have them win it off somebody, so they gave it to Raquel and Dakota. I think Raquel and Dakota should be split up, just because I think it would be better for both of them. I think Dakota would be forced to have her own personality on her own, and Raquel could flourish a little bit more without being the sidekick.
Kind of vis-a-vis the Shawn Michaels Diesel split up.
Yeah, exactly. To give Kevin more shine.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, man, we also got to touch base on the fact that the Hall of Fame is a 2-year induction. So y'all need to get your naps on well before
so it's
this
last year's and
this year's. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, because they didn't do one last year at all.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good 4 to 7 hours of.
The Bella twins, one of them said that it's going to be a shorter ceremony.
Oh, okay.
But I wonder if she just means that that's 2 shorter ceremonies.
Because the ceremonies
it's
are
a 2-night
usually
thing.
Yeah, they're usually 3 hours. No.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. No,
I mean, I feel like the one guy's speech a couple years ago was 3 hours on its own.
Mr. T.
No. Mr. T couldn't talk that long.
He could about his mama.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I can't remember right now who it was.
Okay. I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember either.
Yeah, he was an older guy, like old wrestler,
but
not celebrity.
So, what do you think about Titus getting the what's it called award, the Warrior Award?
That's awesome. Strange considering Warriors' stated opinions on people who look like Titus. Also strange that he's his co-host for WrestleMania.
I was waiting for that.
Hulk Hogan. That's what I thought you were going to ask. I was waiting for it as well. When you asked if what I thought of Titus, I thought you were going to say his co-host. It's a very strange double shot there with Titus. I mean, from what I remember, Titus O'Neil was the one who kind of stood up for Terry backstage. But I don't know.
I guess, but
I don't know. It's very strange.
know,
It's the part. It is the part that I am least excited for about WrestleMania is the host and co-host.
the amount I want to get a brother counter. I want someone to count the amount of times he says brother, because that's gonna be a thing.
No,
That's gonna be a thing. Hashtag brother. You know what I mean?
do that, please. It's too painful.
It is what it is. But Bobby Lashley is making a championship almighty and well refined but at the same time, he managed to retire two of his cohorts. Well, not retire in the sense of put them out of business, but he removed them from his
his business. Yeah.
From his business, yeah.
From his business. Very strange. I didn't necessarily expect this already. Of removing them from the Hurt business, and Montavious just keeping quiet about it, sort of, and egging on Bobby. But it sure made Bobby look fucking strong. He beat the fuck out of both of them.
Yeah.
Of course, to be fair, so did Drew McIntyre.
True.
So it doesn't necessarily put Bobby over so much as put him at level with what they've shown Drew do to literally the exact same two guys.
I think it makes him look more heel, though.
Oh, definitely more. Yeah, it shows that he doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah, zero.
It also gives Cedric and Shelton Benjamin the opportunity to go face. I'd like to see Shelton get to do something, man. To be honest, since he's joined the Hurt business, he's done jack shit. He was tag team champion for a while, but nobody really gives a fuck.
I honestly forgot who the champions were for a minute when they were the title holders. I'm not gonna lie. So
they did nothing with that title reign. They lost it pretty quickly. And Shelton deserves better. Shelton said maybe 3 words since he joined the Hurt business. He's great. Like, Shelton Benjamin is amazing. So we need. I'm glad that he's out of that and can kind of hopefully do something. I'd like to see him go for a title or something, even if he doesn't go face. Like, if he just stays heel, but is anti Bobby Lashley, that'd be fine. But I'd love to see Bobby Lashley versus Shelton Benjamin at a pay-per-view. Get like a main event match at a pay-per-view.
Did you see the way Shelton threw him, though? Just waistlock, tossed like it was nothing. I was just like, wait a minute, that's Shelton. Like
he is like a near Olympic level wrestler.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Speaking of Olympics, Sheamus defeated the United States champion Riddle in a non-title match. I only said Olympics because of the country that likes to put themselves ahead of everybody, even if it's only by the total amount of medals that they've won. I remember there's a couple of years where they had a lot of medals, but they were like bronzes and silvers, and everybody else had them measured by gold, but the States was always up at the top. Like, you go measure by cumulative, huh? Okay,
I mean, they call the baseball championships the World Series. So I mean, who gives a fuck?
They only play in America.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like that. So who gives a fuck about what they say on anything?
I guess, right?
But yeah, this was a really good match. These two obviously are two guys who will throw down and actually like go strong style. Like they'll actually kind of hit each other quite a bit and put a beating on each other. It was not a title match, so it was fine for Riddle. But one thing I noticed, and I brought it up already, I don't know how to say this correctly. Okay. Is Matt Riddle supposed to be mentally challenged now?
He has taken a few shots to the head recently. I mean,
Like, he was talking to Titus about WrestleMania roasts and roasting a pig in the middle of the ring.
I
And
think he's just supposed to be oblivious. He plays the part very effectively.
see, I don't know. It feels more than oblivious to me. It feels like he's like hard done by CT. Like the character is supposed to be hard done by CTE or something like that because it's, I don't know, it's not awesome. I'm not really digging it.
Well, I mean,
I miss cocky Matt Riddle, like having fun.
yeah,
Now he's having fun because he's going, "Yay, Scooter!" And it's
yeah,
weird.
that's a definite transition. That's
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he used to be swaggy, and now he's like, it seems like he got brain damage.
didn't he take a punt though?
Right, but that is a strange character to be using for comedy.
And when have you not known the WWE brand to border beyond boundaries?
No, I know, but I'm not saying they're not doing it. That's what I'm saying is it's fucked up right now because Matt Riddle is so entertaining and so fun,
Yes.
and everything they've been doing with him with this is making him less entertaining and less fun because it plays off like he's, like I said, like he's got, like his brain has been damaged.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's weird.
That is now when you spell it out, it kind of leaves room for questioning. So maybe we can get
Right?
some answers.
I'm just very confused by it. I don't like it. It's weird.
Oh
Oh,
man.
speaking of stuff we don't like, let's go.
Braun Strowman defeats Jackson Riker. Oh man, this whole thing it just reeks of Shane McMahon seeking attention he doesn't need.
I hate Shane McMahon so much.
Like
It's it's awful. Every second he's on television is a chore. Like it's just bad. He he sucks the life out of every single segment he's in now.
he
And
oversells.
way oversells. And he's not clever, so the lines that he's coming up with to try to make jokes about Braun being stupid sound like they're coming from a stupid person, which just defeats the entire purpose of all of it. And then yeah, so Braun defeated Jackson Riker. Who does that help?
I don't even know. It's not even like he got attacked afterwards or anything like that.
No, he stared at Shane and told him steel cage match.
Oh, another
Like,
steel cage match with
yeah,
Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Does he have his own personal writing team?
I wonder. Now, stay with me here. I wonder if Shane McMahon,
Yeah.
who I'm going to call Shane O'Mac just to be original, if Shane O'Mac will either A, do a coast to coast into Braun Strowman, or attempt to at least, or B, he will jump off something very high like a cage
Yo,
in an attempt to land on Braun Strowman, or C, maybe both. Never been done before. Maybe he'll do all of it.
man, I don't even know how I'm
Fucking
taking you
idiot.
seriously right now. Like,
Shane McMahon's a fucking idiot, and whoever's writing his bid is a fucking idiot.
the day.
And he
Oh
should
man,
he should go take another helicopter ride.
All I know is the day WWE comes back to Canada after all this shit's done, I'm gonna have my camera with me. I'm gonna have my 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 titles with me. I'm gonna be somewhere where I can be
Not
seen.
this one though.
We'll see.
No, you
We
won't.
will see. We will see. We still have time. So far, as much as I hate to admit it, you are the longest running Tough Talks champion. But it's not without
Go gold
controversy.
dust on this bitch.
Oh fuck. That's great. Oh man. Speaking of gold dust, I mean these guys had their world premiere of Hey Hey Hop Hop on the dirt sheet. And by these guys I mean the Miz and Morrison. Oh man. What the fuck? I gotta speak on this for a second. Hold on a second. Why is it
Jesus.
that it has to be done in a way that is corny and nonsensical? It's almost like it's blatantly there's blatant racial connotations in this reiteration of a composition that mocks a significant portion of the American nation. Why is it that? I just don't know.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't notice those.
Oh yeah.
I noticed. I noticed the bunny suits and how unhappy Miz and Morrison looked. Um, those are things I definitely noticed. Saw those. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is this is just weird.
Mm-mm.
Um, it definitely was not one of the better Miz and Morrison moments.
No.
They have had some amazing ones. Let us never forget their drama with Braun Strowman a while ago,
Mm.
where they were in the car trying to do pranks like fucking Punk style
Oh yeah, and the
on
guy.
Braun.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
they got flipped over.
yeah, so there's they've had some brilliant moments. This was just not one of them. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. Miz versus Bad Bunny is going to be hilarious. Is all I know. It's going to be
Hmm.
fun.
Yo, honestly, Bad Bunny is holding it down though. Like I thought they were
Bad
gonna.
Bunny's the man. I
I
love
thought
Bad Bunny.
they're gonna make him look flaky, but
No,
nah. They gave
bro,
him.
he's been around since like Royal Rumble, dog. Like he's been
Yeah,
around for months now
that's what I'm saying.
on
Like,
weekly TV, jumping off the top rope to the outside and shit, doing crossbodies,
and it's like now I
holding
wonder
a
because
title
yes, I
on
wonder now.
SNL, singing to it. Come on, son.
I wonder if they're gonna bring in like Soldier Boy later on, maybe for
No,
a
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no, no.
Is that legit?
Leave
Is
Soul
that like
Jabroni out of there. Yes, no,
that
that
is
was
so
leave that
Randy and Soldier
motherfucker out
Boy
of
are
there.
yeah man
Randy
because
hates Soldier Boy.
him and Randy have like these talks, bro. They have their conversations and they're not polite to each other at all.
Yeah, I loved
Oh,
Iron Sheik popping in with the brilliant term
oh,
Soul Jabroni.
Soldier Brony.
So
Oh
good.
my
That is the
gosh.
best. Iron
I
Sheik's the man. Follow Iron Sheik on Twitter.
I did not
This episode
know.
of Tough Talks brought to you by Iron Sheik's Twitter account.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Oh man.
I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna tweet it to Sheiky Baby.
Oh man. So moving past that, Bobby Lashley defeated Shelton Benjamin.
Bench. I move my
Hmm.
hips every single time I say his name.
Mm,
Um, the this is a good match. They did not bury Shelton here. Shelton, like you said before, Shelton, he threw Bobby. He got him. But
mm,
in the end, he passed out to the full Nelson, and I believe he got hit with the last lash one more time there at the end.
mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, once again, just setting up that Lashley is not to be fucked with, even if you think that he's your friend, he will fuck you up. going into his match with Drew McIntyre.
Okay, now before we get into what's new with Drew, we got Xavier Woods defeating AJ Styles by DQ.
Yeah, so this started with the New Day trying to prove that they are a better team than AJ Styles and Omos by having a tag team family game night where they played charades, or as Xavier Woods called it, charades. And Kofi's like, "What's charades?" Yes. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's French for charades. And AJ and Omos lost both of those, which led to Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles, and Omos grabbed Xavier, hurled him out or back into the ring. Then he picked up Kofi above his head and threw him into the fan video screen area.
Yep.
And they stood tall. Now, as far as what that means for WWE math, nothing, because everything only matters in the go-home shows.
Yep.
And even then, sometimes they don't matter. So WWE math can be tricky.
Very, very tricky. All right, so we got Alexa Bliss explaining the situation with the Fiend and revealing the fate of Randy Orton.
Orton.
Orton. It's Orton, but like
I'm just kidding. It's still Orton.
It was a stretch. It was a stretch, you know.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, she talked about like the history of Jack in the Box, being used to be called the Devil in a Box, and had like a weakened demon inside of it. But basically saying that Randy Orton is going to fucking die at WrestleMania was their point. So I don't know what they're gonna do with this match. I pray to God the Fiend wins.
It has to.
If he doesn't, what's the fucking point? But I think this is going to be one of the most interesting matches of both nights.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be up there. Like the theatrics, I think the cinematics and the theatrics are going to be something to watch and hear. Like the way they respond to each other is going to be different too, because it's going to be high impact.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something. I'm hoping for something along the lines of his WrestleMania match with Cena. Like I want something big and bombastic and cinematic like that. With going through the different eras of Randy's career. Something like that would be amazing. Like I would love
that. Yeah. Is there a stipulation on the match?
Not that I know of.
Okay. All right.
See.
I want to shout out the 3 people that decided to call me while I'm doing the live right now. You know what I mean?
Not busy at all, gentlemen.
No. Who was it? Like 2 of them were family. One of them I don't really know. But this is Tough Talks with Tilly and the Black. You are watching episode, oh my goodness, what episode is it now? 68?
7,023.
Yep. Somewhere close to that. Jim Cornette says, hello, gentlemen.
Mr. Cornette.
Wow. Yeah, right. Is this like the Jim Cornette?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Says hello, gentlemen. I'll just reply to that either way.
Jim Cornette does not know how to use a computer. There's no way. There's no way. Definitely doesn't know how to use Find Restream.
Hey man, this is posted on Twitter, so You
That's
never
true.
know.
That's true.
But that's YouTube though.
Twitter, he does know how to use. I have seen,
Oh,
I've seen some of his things on Twitter. We'll
oh
say.
man. Yep. Yep.
The Fiend versus Randy Orton is a singles match. That's
Singles
all it
match.
is called right now.
That's it.
Yeah, no,
That's all you're gonna.
no. I mean, they may announce something tonight.
I'm hoping.
That's tonight's the Raw Go Home show, so
Yeah, I'm hoping
we'll
so.
see. Yeah, I would hope so too. Like I said, I'd make it one of those beautiful matches that he had with Cena, going through the history of his career and of people like him, like putting him in the Hulk Hogan NWO shoes and stuff like that.
That's
So
what I'm. That's what I'm saying. It should be a 3 stages of hell match because that way you could actually change. No, here we go. You can change the
Jim
settings.
Cornette's watching. He's gonna yell at you.
I can hear him now. Well, you can change
That goddamn cage.
you can change the whole the backdrop, the scenarios amidst, like, you could have a no holds bar match that brings them all the way out into the backstage area while they're setting up the Hell in a Cell match that's happening, that's there, and then an Extreme Rules match or some shit like that. I don't know, like a
Yeah.
I Quit match at the end kind of thing.
Yeah, like a triple gimmick match.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean that it totally works. I want them to do something cool.
it has to be.
Yeah, because it's the Fiend. It's the comeback match for the Fiend too. So let's rock.
Yep, yep. Speaking of rocking and rolling, Naomi defeated the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Shayna Baszler. Now, this was a good push. I like this because Shayna has looked damn near unstoppable for the most part. And I gotta cut kayfabe for a minute, or break kayfabe for a minute. She's funny on TikTok. I'm telling you,
Shayna is
Shayna is
really
jokes. Oh my gosh, no! If you watch, like, the amount of times either Naya and Reginald are doing something and Shayna walks in and just gives him a look and then he kind of shrinks away. Or I was watching this one where Naomi was setting up to do like a dance sequence, and then Shayna walked in and she's just eating her banana, and then she's dancing to the beat and looking at Naya like, say something. It's
That's
like,
pretty funny. I don't have TikTok, so I don't see these things.
Oh man, no, they're funny still. They show up on Instagram from time to time, but
Yeah.
you can catch me on TikTok at the Block Online. Just, you know what I mean, a little shameless plug there.
Yeah,
But
you do not catch me there.
yeah, no, I do my Culture Shock. I try to do my Culture Shock weekly.
Culture Shock Talks?
Culture Shock, where, you know what I mean, conflicts
Culture
of a Jamaican
Talks?
Canadian.
Conflicts
Conflicts of yes. Yeah, Culture Talks. I like that. That might be a thing.
You can keep that.
Thank you very much. I
$50.
appreciate it. Okay, wait a minute now. He's a businessman. He talks money.
No, I'm just a business man.
Oh man. All right. And
damn.
it's important to point out that it looks like we're gonna have either a 4-team elimination battle royal gauntlet type women's match for the tag team titles.
Unreal.
Like, what?
Such a clusterfuck. I mean,
we haven't used you in like 2 months. All of you, go down to the ring right now. Okay,
Yeah.
no, keep going. No, you too.
Yeah, so we'll get to it later because they showed what a clusterfuck this is going to be again on Friday on SmackDown, because just Jesus Murphy, man, they're just going all out with having everybody go down to the ring, everybody get in a move of some sort, not even necessarily a signature or finisher move. And to be honest, like I said, we'll get to it more on SmackDown. It looks sloppy a lot of the time because the girls haven't been given time to get chemistry with each other over working together for a bunch of matches.
You know what it reminds me of? And feel free to disagree. It reminds me of them trying to grasp that moment when it was I think it was like a 10-man tag with like Kane, The Undertaker, The Rock, Chris Jericho, and Stone Cold versus Big Show and who was it? Big Show and a bunch of other guys. And Triple H
NWO.
and NWO, yeah. And like everybody came that one time, it was like a 5-minute sequence where everybody came in and someone was getting a finisher off somebody else, and it was just like a
Yes.
rotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It looks
I
like they were
remember
trying to recreate that for the women, but
Didn't work.
it didn't. So
Didn't work. The smoothest people in the whole ring were Naomi and Lana.
mm.
And when Lana is the second smoothest in a list of 10 wrestlers in a segment, there's a problem.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I love Lana,
Oh
but
man,
the girl is not the best wrestler ever.
no,
You know,
no,
she's good.
yeah,
She's improving constantly, but she's not the best wrestler ever. And she's not even the best wrestler of those 10. And she was hitting shit very smoothly on some people. But then you have these like stop and then person does move instead of these fluid motions, and it
Yep.
just doesn't look as good. It doesn't takes away from the suspension of disbelief.
Yep, yep. Okay. What else is it? Yeah, that's a lot of it too. So you got to be able to fluidity. I want to say is a necessary part of like it's like of the action aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
And to be honest, just to save time, that is basically what I'll say about the the thing on SmackDown. The SmackDown thing happened the exact same way. It was the same shit. So take that part, cut, paste it.
well, tensions rose between Asuka and Rhea Ripley.
Now this is going to be a goddamn match.
Oh, it's gonna be a throwdown.
Asuka, incredible. Rhea Ripley, incredible. Asuka's back to that cocky Japanese villain kind of role that she's playing. You are not ready for Asuka, and like moving around all like super animated with every word she says, dropping like 8 bars in Japanese on her right beforehand, just going in like, oh, it's beautiful. Asuka is god level as far as wrestlers go. And Rhea Ripley is right there with her on like in-ring technical ability wise.
Titan.
So these two are gonna throw. And speaking of a good base,
Yeah.
I mean Rhea Ripley's a goddamn good base.
Yep.
She can hold up anybody. She can catch any move and make it look realistic. She can no-sell any move and make it look realistic. Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for this match. This is going to be wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So we got this last run of events here with Drew McIntyre defeating Ricochet and then defeating Mustafa Ali, while King Corbin helped Bobby Lashley take out McIntyre.
Yeah, so this kind of had me excited for a second because I thought they were going in a direction where they were going to not have King Corbin looking like such an ass. But specifically, I thought maybe they were going to drop the King aspect of the King Corbin gimmick. But they proved me wrong, so fuck that. Yeah, this was just Lashley earlier in the night, right before he kicked the shit out of the other members of the Hurt Business. He issued a guarantee that if anybody was to take out Bobby or Drew McIntyre before WrestleMania, that he would give them a WrestleMania title match in his stead. Everybody tried. Nobody succeeded. Surprise, surprise. The Raw main event remains the same for 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. Like, who would have thought that they wouldn't have made a last-minute change of that size?
Ain't it something? Ain't it
Ain't
something?
that something?
Well, where it comes to SmackDown, I can't jump into that without talking about
Smackdown,
NXT.
anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like after watching NXT and the setup for Stand and Deliver, like y'all, if y'all ain't doing anything on Wednesday and Thursday, like this week is
Soon to
about
be Tuesday.
soon to be Tuesday, but this week is chock full of WWE entertainment. You got Raw on Monday, you got the Hall of Fame on Tuesday, you got Stand and Deliver on Wednesday and Thursday, you got SmackDown on Friday, you have
WrestleMania night
WrestleMania on
one.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
So, like, it's all you're gonna
It's a
hear.
full week of wrestling.
It's a full week. Even this Saturday,
Literally every night.
when you tune in this weekend to the Savage Circle, we're probably gonna be doing something to do with wrestling. So that's just what it is. Like it's gonna be a special Tough Talks edition of the Savage Circle this weekend.
Holla at your boy. I might if I'm not fucking balls deep in Call of Duty, I'm there.
All right, awesome. So for the Edge has awakened more dangerous than ever en route to WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm thinking so. He's got a
Rated.
streak.
Yeah, he said the rated R superstar has awoken. Which, if you recall, is something that I have desperately been asking for.
You were asking for that quite a few times, yes.
I love the rated R superstar gimmick. Edge is a bad motherfucker. Canadian motherfucker.
He actually you see, I went through different stages in my rap career where I just used different names of wrestlers but put block in there or
Yep.
or some shit like that. So like, but when I got to Edge, I was just like, nah, I can't. There's no way to put block in there. So I called myself the Sir-rated R superstar.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Jagged edges on this motherfucker. But anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, so he is he's going heel, which is the shit because heel Edge is the best Edge. And I mean, I'm still pretty confident that he's walking out of WrestleMania as the Universal Champion. It just feels right. But as we'll get to later with his match, Daniel Bryan is looking pretty goddamn good too. It's a pretty goddamn tempting choice.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk to you about my decision or my opinion on that situation. Just know.
Oh no! Come on, tell me.
Of the two t-shirts I bought, one of them I know will win. So you'll see my pick on what is it, night 2? Is that their show?
Yeah, wait, what I know you bought Head of the Table. Did you also buy Rated R Superstar shirt?
They didn't have the Rated R Superstar shirt.
So did you buy a different Edge shirt?
Yeah, I'm gonna earn my scars. Yep.
Okay, the Earn My Scars one, that's what it was. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
yeah, I still I mean yeah, I still think it's gonna be Edge, but
because remember, we gotta go back, bro. We gotta go back to last year fucking Royal Rumble when like I don't like to drudge up history because your fact checking is on point. But I do remember saying that he was coming back, and it was a whole day where you're just like the whole episode, you're like, nah, I don't see it. And then you started to warm up. You started to warm up to the idea. And then I literally like when I was here, and I heard the "you think you know me." I jumped up out of my fucking chair. I was like, "What?" Yep. Screaming in my house, yo. And then fucking you were the first person I had to send a message to. I'm just like, yo, did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm. No, hey, and I always admit when I am very wrong because I just was going off of what the man had been saying for years and years on his podcast, on the podcast that totally reeks of awesomeness. Rest in peace to that podcast. With and Christian having the same kind of thing, and spinal stenosis is just not something you fuck around with really. But I mean, yeah, I've never been happier than when I fucking heard his music at the Royal Rumble when he returned because I mean, yeah, I've always loved Edge. Edge is the man.
Of course, the thing that showed me that he was coming, that he was ready, was when he speared. Well, I don't remember who he speared, but he speared the shit out of somebody. I think it was
Oh yeah,
Elias. I think it was
yeah, it
Elias.
was. It was
Elias got the
Elias.
shit speared out of him. He
Yeah,
folded on that. I'm just like, no, that's a lot of impact for someone with a bad neck. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That was at like the WrestleMania before it, right?
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
so happy with him coming
I,
back because I
I'm
love that
ready.
man.
I'm ready for an Edge title run. I'm ready for that. I want to see
I
that
want a
shit. Cause
long Edge title run. I want a
I never,
long Edge title run.
yeah, I never saw, like, I didn't see a lot of his Money in the Bank, rated R superstar stuff. So I
Yeah.
want to see that, some of that, and the highlights from that, and how that, you know what I mean,
Bring
evolved into now.
bring back
11,
Lita, live sex show in the ring.
bro,
Let's go.
that would make him 12-time champion. I
Yep.
think the most times for a Canadian or superstar.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and yeah, just like I said, if he doesn't win it, it's a mistake.
Big time. Big time. They got to make that happen. So,
Yeah.
you got to see SmackDown. We'll talk about it after this match. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, Otis and Chad Gable defeated the Street Profits and the Mysterios.
Sure did.
Yeah, it wasn't
What
very
a
eventful.
fucking boring
Um,
match. It's so sad to see the goddamn Street Profits fucking reduced to this.
hey man, it's it's a downturn, but I don't know. I don't know where I see this. Because isn't this a fatal 4-way for the titles as well? Yeah, it is.
Is it? Is it like?
Yeah, yeah, it's a fatal 4-way for the titles.
Let's see here.
See, I
From
told you,
what
ladies and gentlemen.
I
Uh-huh.
see here, I mean, fuck me, but from what I see here, there is no tag team SmackDown or no SmackDown tag team title match on night 1 or 2.
No, it's not on WrestleMania. It's on WrestleMania SmackDown. It's on the Friday. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh shit.
I have to watch fucking Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage for no goddamn reason and
Yep.
pretend like Shane McMahon has a chance against that goddamn monster of a human. And then I don't get to fucking see a SmackDown tag title match on the fucking show. Suck a dick.
That's got to be Shane's decision.
Fuck you, Shane. Drop
Oh
fucking
man.
take a helicopter ride.
Oh man. Damn. Ouch. Too
Shithead.
soon, bro. Too soon.
It was 2 years ago. Fucking pussy.
Oh man. So what was I wrong when I said that Rollins was dripping in the sauce?
Oh, tripping. He
Dripping.
had a like a purple sky with
Watercolor.
clouds fucking uh suit, which was crispy. Like that shit was looking clean. Uh Cesaro also dripping in the sauce though. Cesaro
Yep.
coming out like secret agent Cesaro, fucking 00 Cesaro from fucking back in like what
Yep.
2 years ago when he had that intro. Let's fucking go, man. This match
Oh,
is gonna be great.
that intro was dope. That intro was definitely dope.
Loved it. Also, if Cesaro doesn't win this, another example of they're doing it wrong.
You see, I still don't know what I feel about this one because Rollins has had quite the pay-per-view and WrestleMania performance.
Yeah,
He's
but he
got
doesn't
quite the
win every
record.
time.
He doesn't have to.
No, but he has to look good, and that's what I mean. He's gonna look good because Cesaro. Nobody looks bad in a match against Cesaro because Cesaro is amazing. But
Yeah.
Cesaro should win this. Put some respect on that man's name for like. I mean, that's by WWE. I mean, should put some respect on this man's name because he's been around and he is so underrated.
Well, my pick for the titles is again, the victor against Shayna Baszler. And that's Naomi. Oh, sorry. No, never mind. My pick for the titles was involved after the match involving
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler. Sorry, I read that the wrong way. I saw the N and the A, and then I saw them in the picture, and I was kind of like, what the hell? But yeah, no. So Natalya defeated defeated Shayna Baszler. If
Can I just point out,
Go
please
ahead.
take a good look, take a really good look at the smile on Lana's face in that thumbnail.
It is super.
She
is
is
like,
ear to ear happy that she is doing a Bronco Buster or a X Factor on on Dana Brooke.
yep,
She's
yep.
so happy.
She is ecstatic, and she's got the highest jump ever.
I've ever seen. She's got hops.
Yeah.
Lana
Wow.
could play in the WNBA. I'm convinced.
Hey, I wouldn't argue that. I would not argue that.
She
Oh
should.
man. Yeah. So this match ended with a fallout of like copycat paste. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. It's just the same shit all over again.
Copycat
Oh,
paste.
here's the Riot Squad. Here's Natalia and Tamina. Here's Mandy Brooke. Here's Naomi and Lana. Oh, now they're all back out, and Natalia and Tamina are standing tall still. Not like there's just. It's so boring. It's so boring.
You can call it. Yeah. So.
Which sucks because SmackDown usually uses the women so well, and right now
Yeah.
they're being shoveled into this fucking tag team nonsense with the Raw cast.
Yeah, they're just trying to. They look like they're just trying to get them involved as opposed to have something structured that will build up any
Yeah.
individual storyline.
It's how do we get more people on Mania?
Oh, they want to see the women. Let's throw them all in a match.
Yeah, all together, no story. That's what they want.
Yeah. Well, my boy KO invaded Sami Zayn's red carpet trailer show.
Yeah, invaded is the right word.
Definitely.
Ruined a truth exposing moment that where we finally got to see the premiere of this work of art trailer for Sammy's documentary. Yeah, the trailer, I love that way that trailer was cut. It was cut so earnestly, like nothing ever seemed like he was playing it up for a joke like it does sometimes in the ring. They played it so well. Not huge on seeing Logan Paul there. I'm not familiar with Logan Paul. I know that I'm very much not a fan of his younger brother, Jake. I think Jake's a little loudmouth and is gonna get shut up pretty soon. I think Logan seems like a much more likable person than Jake. I'll say that, but from everything else I've seen outside of this, also seems just annoying as all fuck.
Yeah, I didn't really see his point, except his point of presence there, except to get his followers watching WWE.
That's all it is. All it
is.
is let's get some young YouTube fans to watch.
Yep.
So, is what it
Well,
is.
it was kind of malicious when she tied her hair up, but Bianca Belair done flared up and defeated Carmella.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bianca is the EST. She's a goddamn beast. Like, I love Bianca Belair. Carmella, this killed me. During Carmella's entrance, right before they cut to a commercial break, Carmella's walking out, and you hear in between every sentence that Michael Cole says, you just hear Corey go, "Oh my god!
Yep.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!" Like just more and more intensely, basically having a When Harry Met Sally moment in the diner.
Yep.
And I have to say, It was completely warranted.
She's doing her thing.
Can't remember what were we talking about again. All I
Carmella.
can think of is that entrance. Yeah, what a great entrance. That was awesome. She's great. Did she
And
have a
Bianca
match?
Belair. Yeah.
Oh,
with
right.
Bianca
Yes.
Belair. Yep.
They had a match. And punches were thrown. There was a couple attempts at pins, if I recall correctly, because I was paying very. No, I'm kidding. It was a very good match. Carmella is one of those wrestlers, a lot like Lana, where for a while Carmella was not a good wrestler. She just had cool presence and all that. She's gotten so much better over the years, and her presence has never missed a beat. Like she is always charismatic. Billy Kay also gave her a resume to be her sommelier moving forward, which I hope they do that because that would be awesome. I miss seeing Billy Kay in a position to talk shit.
Yep. Oh, speaking of talking shit, Daniel Bryan now has the right to do so after he defeated Jey Uso in a street fight. Brusso, was this not one of the matches that you should have?
Wow.
If you don't watch anything else on SmackDown, watch this fight. It wasn't even a match, it was a fight. Oh
when I
my.
finished this, I was like, wow, this SmackDown is miles ahead of Raw right now. Miles ahead. They're so good. Daniel Bryan beating Jey Uso, expected but done very convincingly, and then a couple times it looked like Jey might win for real. The fact that Daniel then took the initiative to attack Edge at the commentary table right away, and then go up and dodge an attack. Roman Reigns tried to throw a wheelie chair at him, like an office chair at him, the same way Braun Strowman was throwing office chairs for a while there. And Daniel just ducked right under it and kept going at Roman and hit him with a flying knee. It was awesome. Daniel Bryan looked like a uncaged animal.
Fucking superhero shit.
It was amazing. DB looked fucking great in this match and the segment afterwards. It is, like I said earlier, I couldn't blame anyone for being like, I think Daniel's going to win at Mania because Jesus fucking Christ, did he look great. And I wouldn't complain if he does. Like I said, Edge should win, and I want Edge to win, and I think Edge is going to win. But in all honesty, if Daniel Bryan won, I wouldn't be able to be like, for fuck's sakes. Because he just is doing such amazing work that I'd be like, deserves it.
Yeah, it's a hard.
It's so hard.
Like
it's so hard.
Like
I'm still Edge all the way, but it's just I just can't hate on DB at all.
Don't get me wrong. Like I might get some side plates and a T-shirt if the deal goes on better. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's one of those things. So
That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
He's the man. I love Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan has always, since the Yes movement began, when he hijacked Raw that one episode, and everybody was in the ring and the whole crowd area was full.
That was awesome.
From that day,
Occupy Raw.
My pitch line, my pitch line to some of these politicians was like, "Do you want me to Daniel Bryan your ass?" I will get all of these motherfuckers right up in that bitch. Like, yo, let's go. Like, who is Daniel Bryan? I said, you need to watch WWE. You need to get them up here more often. That's what I'm saying. And like, yo, man, I'm telling you, it's like we need another WrestleMania within the next 5-10 years. Don't play with me. That's what's up. That's what's up. And
100%.
I'll take a Survivor Series. We want the next Survivor Series where you have the 3-brand Survivor Series. That's what we want.
I'll be there in all NXT gear. I'll have a NXT headband.
By then, I might
I'll get NXT tattooed over my eyebrow like fucking Lil Wayne.
I might have my NXT title by then. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah. Oh my
I want that
goodness.
North American title for NXT.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
one I want. That fucking gorgeous North American title. That is a goddamn beautiful belt.
Which one? The North
The North
American?
American title, yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, like I'm sitting here, I'm just like, well, out of respect to the man, I'm not gonna get the Intercontinental until he decides which Intercontinental he's gonna get. But what do I
Yeah,
get in the
I'm
inter?
almost certainly getting the white Intercontinental title. That's
Re-
the Intercontinental of my childhood.
okay.
That's the one that means something to me. The new one's gorgeous and I love it. And don't get me wrong, I think it's the one to have for right now for the brand
Yeah,
because it's forward thinking.
yeah.
But in my heart, the Intercontinental title is that white leather strap with those plates on it. Like that's
The
a beauty.
Ivory title. Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's a beaut, but like I'm okay. Now if you're, then I'm going with the other one. Then I'm going with the forward thinking one because I like the, again. I don't care what anybody fucking tells me. This title hanging up under the Choom Gang shirt right there is the reason why y'all motherfuckers got interchangeable side plates. You're welcome, okay? You're welcome. And still.
Well, and still, it's here.
Well,
Tough guy.
okay. Well, you know, tough talks, guy. Tough talks title.
Tough
You
guy.
know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. I'm working my way down. I'm gonna work my ego down from the universal to the world to the intercontinental,
Yeah,
and
you got a
every
better
time.
chance at winning the world title than this one right
We'll
now,
see. We'll see. I've actually been able to see more of the shows lately, so I have a better idea of the direction that it's going, and I don't watch the dirt sheets or anything like that. So,
Me
like I
neither.
said,
I stopped listening to all the wrestling podcasts that I loved when we started doing a wrestling podcast that I love.
awesome, because yeah, that was the way it went. So still, oh man,
I didn't want to steal anybody's ideas.
yeah, that's what I'm
And you
saying.
just
Because
get it through osmosis in that way just by listening to it. So it's like fuck that.
exactly. Exactly. I'm just handling a couple of things here right now. All right, so we got the rundown of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Stand and Deliver. I don't even know, bro. There are so many matches. Like, do yourself. If you're watching us right now, thank you. And trust me, Stand and Deliver is gonna be more exciting than us. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard, especially with Tilly on the. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially with Tilly on board. But like, it's gonna be dope. I give you my word. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the match that stands out for you? What is the match night 1 and night 2?
Give me 1 second here. I don't have the list for Stand and Deliver.
Okay. Because I know right now, like I'll call it not just because, you know what I mean, of anything, but her
Io Shirai, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's night
That's the
1
one.
for me. Night 1 for me is that, and night 2, Ciampa and Walter. God.
Ciampa and Walter looks like it's night 1.
Is it night 1?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, shit. Those are the matches for me.
Okay. Let me see here.
I thought Ciampa and Walter was night 2.
No, night 1 it seems.
Okay.
We got 5 matches on each night. Night 1, we've got Pete Dunne versus Kushida, MSK versus GYV versus Legado del Fantasma. We got Leon Rush versus Isaiah Scott versus Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis versus LA Knight for the North American Championship #1 contendership. And we've got Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT UK Championship. And then we've got Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. Night 2, we have Ember Moon and Shotzi versus The Way, Candice and Indy Hartwell, versus for the NXT Women's Tag titles. We've got Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar.
That's my night 2. That's my
Yeah.
night 2 there. Go ahead.
And Johnny Gargano versus the Gauntlet Eliminator for the North American title. Then we have Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly in an unsanctioned match. Then we have Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
We have the Demon versus Karrion Kross.
Hopefully, yeah.
We
If
have
it's
the
the demon, yeah. Because
There's no
if it's
if. There's no if.
hey, he might lose it and then come back as the demon to get it back. You never know.
Oh. Nah, I'd go Demon mode to keep it, bro.
Maybe.
I go Demon. All right,
Maybe.
all right.
He's held it for a minute.
Exactly.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, so it's hard for me to pick anything except for Finn Balor, but the problem is on night 2 there's also Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, which is like
And they got the chemistry too.
so I'm gonna say Finn Balor and Karrion Kross for night 2. And I'm gonna say I mean, my heart says Walter versus Ciampa for night 1, but somewhere else says Io Shirai.
So pick two for each night because I did.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, Io Shirai and Walter.
Yep. So we agree on that one.
Yeah.
And then night 2 we have a disagreement because you said
I said
you
Finn versus Karrion and Adam versus Kylo.
okay, I said the Demon versus Karrion and there was another one. I don't remember them exactly. There was a different one though.
Oh, Santos Escobar versus
Santos,
Devlin.
yes, the ladder match. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are my.
Yeah, that's true. That's gonna be a very good one too.
Yeah, bro. Jordan Devlin came back in strong fashion, and the match against Kushida was no sluff.
No.
So,
I mean, nothing against Kushida is because Kushida is the man.
you were right from day one.
Yeah. Fucking Marty McFly gimmick is the greatest gimmick of all time.
Yeah. And they got that on like the timing of that is just on point.
Yep.
There we go. Oh man. All right. So we have to touch base on a few other brands because I mentioned them in the description. If you're not down, if you watch WWE and NXT, you might or might not also have time for AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as Ring of Honor. If you want to see the indie circuits and those who are coming up in developmental and things like that, if you have that extra time and whatnot, then by all means tune into those. Those are interesting brands to get a different vantage point of the industry from.
Yep. Also,
But,
New Japan Pro Wrestling, which I do want to give a shout out right now, just crowned a brand new IWGP Heavyweight Champion in Will Ospreay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So there you go. So titles changing hands and all of that stuff. Don't know how many are gonna change hands this coming Saturday, Sunday, this coming week. There's gonna be a lot of hardware exchanged this week because we got the Hall of Fame on Tuesday. Stand and
Not this
deliver.
hardware though.
Yeah, you can think of that, bro. Stand and deliver on Wednesday and Thursday. And then, you know what I mean? That's for NXT. And then you got WWE WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. Whew. Jeez.
Big week of wrestling.
It is. Probably the biggest week of the year.
Yeah. Weird that.
Yeah. So, anything happening in UFC?
No, it was an off week. At which point when I realized there was no fights on Saturday, I realized Saturdays are pointless and painful without fights.
Oh, man.
So I'm gonna ask that the UFC never do that to me again.
Oh, man.
If they do, I'll sue.
Oh shit! Oh man. Well, I guess it's a good thing that it wasn't because of the early wake up, man. I don't know how you do that. Well, actually, no, I do know how you do it, but I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
Madness. So
I'm getting that digitizing again. Just happened to me
there.
twice in a row.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So
Took till almost the end of the podcast this time.
at least I guess they actually took my
Progress of a sort.
information. Yeah.
Yep.
Took that information into consideration. That's good. I want to shout Restream out for, you know what I mean, helping out with this podcast by way of broadcasting it to like 17 different channels.
Yep.
This is Tough Talks with Tilly and the Block. And
Yeah.
anything else we gotta cover? Are we done?
No, we done, boy.
Yeah, all right. So I guess the tagline is you know where we at? This is where we'll be. Tune in to us for the 1, 2, 3.
Ding ding ding.